Today, before I went to work today, I decided to watch a movie that I have not seen in years, and that is Freddy Vs. Jason. Now, the last time I watched this film was 8 years ago, but the first time I watched it, and I was 11 years old, I watched it either a month or 2 months after its released in a hotel room where at the time Dad was doing the Walk Challenger soccer traveling program. Anyway, the first time I watched this movie, in the beginning where Freddy does his speech, and when I saw his face before his disfigurement, I said to myself, he looks familiar. And I said to him, and I remembered, Robert Englund. He did another movie that I really liked, and it was an all horror flick, Wishmaster. The first time I watched this, I fell in love with it. And because of that, I watched it over and over again. Even when I got the DVD, I still watched over and over and over again until I got sick of it. But I'm never going to get sick of this film. I won't watch it all. I don't watch I don't watch this movie all the time, but I like the movie. And because of this movie, that led me to starting to watch Nightmare on Elm Street films, which I have all of them on DVD, and Friday the 13th films, which I have some of. I got this drawing from my cousin Danielle's best friend's husband, who is a hell of an artist. He did a really good job on this. Mark, thank you for this drawing. I love it so much. You want a perfect example of creativity? Freddy vs. Jason is one of them. At the time in 2003, that was a huge movie. It made so many money. I wish people would just make these kind of horror, these kind of monster versus monster. Back then there was Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, this, and Alien vs. Predator. I've seen Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, but I have never seen Alien vs. Predator. But so far, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman can't top Freddy vs. Jason. I think people should make more of these kind of films, like Monster vs. Monster. I can see Leprechaun vs. Chucky, Michael Myers versus Pinhead from Hellraiser, Leatherface versus Wishmaster. Those an example. And the people, if they make those kind of films, the more people want to get into horror, like I did. To this day, I still think Freddy vs. Jason is still one of the most sickest movies I ever saw, in a creative way. If I was a critic, I would give this movie 100% because it's that good, and I love that movie so much. The director, Ronnie Yu, when I saw the credits and I saw the sign directed by Ronnie Yu, that name rang a bell in my head because he did another horror movie with another horror icon that I like. It's Chucky, the fourth movie called The Bride of Chucky. I don't think Ronnie Yu hasn't done many movies since Freddy vs. Jason. I read his IMDb page and I looked at his filmography, and the films today I have not heard of his that he directed recently. The casting was great in this film. If you guys want to get into horror or interested in watching a horror flick, I would highly recommend watching Freddy vs. Jason. It will blow your mind in a good way. At the ending, I didn't expect Freddy to lose. I expected Jason to lose because Freddy has superpowers and Jason does not. Even though Jason is indestructible.